Hi everyone, and welcome back to another Shooter Smokes. And you join me back here at the ruins of the original Dollar Kirk. You may remember I did a Halloween special here in the dead of night. So it's nice to come back and show you in the daylight how it actually looks. Now, as I said in that video, it dates back to about the 1700s, but there is evidence that there was a place of worship situated close to where this kirk is, which dates back to about the 12th century. It's a very interesting churchyard, especially the older part of the graveyard, which is more of an interest to me. And there's one headstone in particular that's of interest, and I'd like to share it with you now. Now here we have an interesting headstone, and you can just make out the name Alexander Moody. Now you may recall in a past video I did, I spoke about the Cutty Sark and my connection with the first captain, George Moody, who was a great-great-granduncle on my mum's side. And Alexander happens to be my middle name. This is his son, who for some unknown reason decided to settle in Dollar, and lo and behold, years and years later, way after he died, my family came and settled in Dollar. What I like about this headstone is that you can just make out there under his name, it has Master Mariner, which I think is a great testament to himself and his father. Alexander sailed on the Cutty Sark as a young boy, alongside his dad when he was captain. So so a nice resting place for Alexander. And in the background there is the Dollar Church. Dollar Church, it's a bit of a family church. My sister and I were both christened there. In fact, my sister was married in the Dollar Church, and my eldest daughter Millie, she was christened here too. So yeah, a very interesting graveyard, and nice to have a family link as well, with Alexander Moody being laid to rest there. It's quite strange being back. I used to hang out here with my good friend from primary school, Stuart Carnegie. We used to hang out here as teenagers, way before goths were even a thing. And it wasn't until my gran actually stepped in and intervened and suggested that we should just hang out at hers, especially on the dark winter nights, which was most welcome, and it then turned into a bit of a tradition. Stuart and I got into cigars at the same time, and so in our 30s, into our 40s, we'd go and hang out at my gran's, using the exact same room we did as teenagers, as it was the only place we were allowed to smoke indoors. So Gran's house became a bit of our cigar lounge. If only I had the inclination to pick up the pipe then, that would have been something. As I mentioned before, my granddad was a great pipe smoker and cigar smoker. So, but thanks to Smoky Dan, I've got the bug now. So, what am I smoking today? Well, I have my Cobb Country Gent, and this came to me by ways of Steve at Smoking Cardboard. Thank you, Steve. Second outing for the Cobb, and smoking really well. And in the Cobb, well, I have some Highland Whisky from Peter S. I'm still calling on Peter S, as I've still not worked out how to pronounce the surname. I'll put it up along the screen now. So if anyone knows how to pronounce it properly and can describe it in the comments, that would be I'd be very grateful for that. So the Highland Whisky, well, just show you the jar. It's a mixture of Black Cavendish, Virginia's, Burley, a ribbon cut with whisky flavouring, and the whisky flavouring very prominent in the jar note. Slightly detect it when smoking. It's quite a mellow smoke. In fact, if I wasn't driving, I would have had my hip flask with me, as this would be a perfect day for a bowl and a wee dram. Just enough to take the chill off the bones. It's actually quite mild, but there's no roof, as you can see, but the walls do offer some bit of protection to the breeze that's slowly picking up. But yeah, Steve, really enjoying this one. Nice blend. So I was going to finish off, if I may, with another verse from my Smoker's Companion. So as the last of the winter light fades, let me share with you a few verses of this poem entitled My Meerschaum. Let revellers sing of their wine, as they toss it in ecstasy down, but the bowl I call for is thine, with its deepening amber and brown. My Meerschaum. For when trouble would bid me despair, I call for a flagon of beer, and puff a defiance to care, till sorrows in smoke disappear. My Meerschaum. Though mid pleasures unnumbered I whirl, though I traverse the billowy sea, yet the waving and beautiful curl of thy smoke's ever dearer to me. My Meerschaum. And on that profound note, I shall bid you goodbye, enjoy the rest of the week, and until the next episode, my name's Shearer. Enjoy your smokes.